Big change coming to WWE Raw from next week's season premiere. Cody Rhodes on his return date. Charlotte Flair's current WWE absence explained. Becky Lynch reacts to Bray Wyatt's WWE return. Liv Morgan threatens the White Rabbit. Sami Zayn getting over more than Roman Reigns. Let's jump right into our first story. Cody Rhodes on his return date. WrestleMania 38 was the platform for Cody Rhodes' spectacular return to WWE. He was a surprise opponent for Seth Rollins and thumped the 14-time champion in a critically acclaimed match. Rhodes had left the promotion due to creative difficulties and sided with All Elite Wrestling. He returned to WWE to fulfill his father's dream of capturing a WWE championship, as he revealed on the Raw after the show of shows. However, he suffered a torn pectoral muscle while training for his match at Hell in a Cell. The injury grew worse in time, and it was later revealed that he would be out of action for 9 months. Zero News reported that Cody Rhodes is set to return at Royal Rumble next year. In a recent interview, the two-time Intercontinental Champion didn't confirm it but provided a few insights about his return when asked about a potential timeline. "You know what, they haven't really given me one because they know I'm stupid and I try to test it. I got in my mind where I want to be and a lot of fans have in their mind where I'd like to be, so that's hopefully where it's at," said Cody Rhodes. What happens next, hopefully, and what we do, this is all speculative and up in the air. Hopefully, it's a run people will remember and I have to be healthy for it. Rhodes wants to make an early return to the ring as hinted by his previous statements. However, WWE is ensuring the healing process leaves him completely fit and fine before he steps inside the ring. The American Nightmare still reminisces about his recent run in the promotion. "They have treated me like the house that built me," which they were, and honestly it was amazing. "We were back and everything was rolling so fast and I tore my pec. So, it's like the best 3 months of my life and hopefully, I get back soon." A widespread belief among fans was that the American Nightmare would be pitched in a program against Roman Reigns. The company was already hyping Cody as the top babyface to take down the top heel. Reports also disclosed that the creative team was positive about a title change in the future. However, Vince McMahon sided with Roman Reigns to have a longer championship reign. It seems the former chairman never considered the idea of using Cody Rhodes as the face of the company. Now that Triple H is in charge, could the American Nightmare get his title win when he returns? Charlotte Flair's current WWE absence explained. Charlotte Flair hasn't been seen on WWE programming since WrestleMania Backlash, and we now have a reason why. Both Flair and Andrade El Idolo were written out of their respective wrestling companies' programs earlier this year in order to get married. While Andrade has returned to All Elite Wrestling, Flair is yet to return to WWE, much to the surprise of many. Andrade El Idolo recently sat down with Mas Lucha to discuss a wide variety of subjects. When asked if he's spoken to Triple H recently, Andrade spoke highly of him but said they haven't been in contact recently. The AEW star went on to reveal that his wife Charlotte is currently off WWE programming due to personal reasons. "He gave me an opportunity and helped me a lot in NXT, and I spoke to him when I requested my release," Andrade El Idolo said. "We are on good terms and he always mentioned that I can keep in contact with him. I cannot say that I have contacted him recently, but it is difficult due to legalities. And if he wanted to speak to me, my wife works there, so he can always reach out to me from there too. It is difficult at the same time because Ashley has time off due to personal reasons and she will specify them in future interviews." While their schedules are easier right now with Charlotte Flair at home, Andrade admits that it was difficult when they were both working. While Andrade said he hopes his wife will return to WWE soon, he also teased the uncertainty about his future in All Elite Wrestling. Andrade will wrestle the Dark Order's 10 this Friday night on Rampage, and if he loses, he must leave the company forever. "It was very heavy because she worked on Thursdays to work on weekends while I traveled on Tuesdays and returned on Thursdays as soon as she was scheduled to leave," Andrade El Idolo continued. "Right now we are good because I get to see her more. I hope she comes back soon. With AEW, I don't know what will happen on Friday." What do you make of Andrade El Idolo's comments? Are you hopeful that Charlotte Flair will return to WWE programming soon? Let us know your thoughts by sounding off in the comments section below. Alexa Bliss responds to ruthless criticism. Alexa Bliss has hit back at a recent comment made by pro wrestling media personality JD from NY. Little Miss Bliss headlined this week's edition of WWE Raw in a singles match against Damage Control's Io Sky. The bout ended with the latter picking up a big win over the former Raw Women's Champion. On his latest podcast, controversial pro wrestling YouTuber JD from NY shared his thoughts on the match in question. Here's what he said. "Bliss and Io Sky closed the show last night. That is not the main event. You don't put that match in the main event and then expect people to hang around till 11 o'clock to that be the culmination of Monday Night Raw for 3 hours. That is ridiculous. In no way, on no planet, should Alexa Bliss be in the main event of any show. She is absolutely iceberg cold." Here's Bliss' response to JD from NY. "Tell that to my merch sales, JB. Keep doing your job, which is talking about me." Bliss fans were incredibly supportive of her in the reply section of her tweet. This isn't the first time Alexa Bliss and JD have butted heads on social media. In mid-2020, JD went on a heated rant about Alexa's in-ring work that caused massive controversy. The former women's champion slammed him over the comments in a tweet and had the following to say to him: "Normally I ignore his ignorance because all he wants is to be recognized by bashing me. But excuse me, sir. How dare you discredit my work in such a disgraceful way? Hashtag what a class act," Bliss shared. Bliss is certainly not wrong about her merch sales. Earlier this year, it was reported that Bliss and her doll Lily were selling more merchandise than any other WWE superstar. Regarding total sales, Bliss was only trumped by legends Stone Cold Steve Austin and John Cena. What was your reaction to Alexa Bliss headlining this week's Raw? Sound off in the comments below. Big change coming to WWE Raw from next week's season premiere. Fans can expect a significant change in the commentary box of WWE Raw from next week's episode, which also happens to be the show's season premiere. The trio of Jimmy Smith, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton are the current announcers of the Monday night show, having been so since May last year. As per a report by WrestleVotes, the commentary box of WWE Raw could change from next week's much-anticipated season premiere episode. However, there's no information on who and by whom the particular commentator would be replaced. Apart from that, it was noted that a few minor aspects of both Raw and SmackDown could also be altered, though it's unclear what they are. Considering how warmly all the changes Triple H brought to WWE since assuming power have been received, it's safe to say fans could also embrace the upcoming rumored tweaks with open arms. Apart from the Extreme Rules 2022 fallout, there's plenty more in store for Raw's season premiere on October 10th. Generation X would return to the show to celebrate its 25th anniversary. However, one of its key members, Billy Gunn, would not be present since he's an AEW contracted performer. Roman Reigns, alongside the Bloodline, would also appear on Raw, and it'll be interesting to see if someone steps up to challenge the Tribal Chief for his gold. Plus, United States Champion Bobby Lashley would put his title on the line against Seth Rollins in a rematch of their bout from a couple of weeks ago. Becky Lynch reacts to Bray Wyatt's WWE return. Becky Lynch is back to trolling on Twitter again, with her latest target being WWE's recent clues hinting at a potential Bray Wyatt return. For several weeks now, WWE has been teasing about a potential Bray Wyatt return. It all began with the company blasting Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit at various live events and weekly shows. The White Rabbit phenomenon has kept fans on the edge of their seats for a while now. When it comes to trolling fans and fellow superstars on social media, there aren't many who can beat Becky Lynch. Big Time Beck's latest Twitter post is a picture of a rabbit-shaped animal cracker. Becky Lynch has had a long history of trolling on social media. During her year-long WWE hiatus in 2020-21, Lynch trolled fans on several occasions by hinting at a return. She eventually returned at SummerSlam and defeated Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's title. Lynch's ardent fans took to her tweets reply section and shared their reactions to her trolling the current White Rabbit situation involving Wyatt. Bray Wyatt was released by the company last year and hasn't stepped inside the squared circle ever since. Shortly after Triple H took over as WWE's head of creative, fans began noticing that the company was putting out clues in regards to a potential Bray Wyatt return. What do you think of Lynch's troll post making fun of the White Rabbit situation? What would be your reaction to seeing Wyatt on WWE TV again? Liv Morgan threatens the White Rabbit. SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan recently warned the White Rabbit not to interfere in her match against Ronda Rousey at WWE Extreme Rules. Over the past few weeks, WWE has been dropping clues on Monday Night Raw and SmackDown that involve a White Rabbit. Most fans believe the White Rabbit will be a returning WWE superstar, with many almost certain it will be Bray Wyatt. The latest clues have hinted at the White Rabbit appearing at Extreme Rules next Saturday. Speaking to the Believe in Pro Wrestling podcast, Morgan expressed her desire to figure out who the White Rabbit is at Extreme Rules. "I think we all have been like, getting the QR codes, putting together all the little Easter eggs, trying to figure out what is going on. And, honestly, if I don't find out I won't be mad because it's been fun. I love a little scavenger hunt. But I think we're all intrigued," she said. However, the SmackDown Women's Champion sent a clear warning to the White Rabbit ahead of the event. "I think we're all ready to see what is going on. Just not during my match though. Just whatever it is, don't happen during my match. Yeah, let's leave the ladies out of it unless it's a woman," she added. SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan is not the only superstar who has spoken about the White Rabbit mystery. In a recent interview with NBC Sports Boston, Raquel Rodriguez revealed that she has also been following the clues WWE has dropped. The former women's tag team champion stated that she was as confused and lost as all the fans. "Honestly, I am just as confused and lost as you all are. I am doing the same thing with the QR codes. I'm trying to figure it out. There are so many, ideas of who it could be out there, right? Like, of course, it could be. Really anything? Honestly, I don't know. I can't even give you my theory because I am just as confused as you guys are, she said. Sami Zayn getting over more than Roman Reigns. Actor and former WWE creative team member Freddie Prinze Jr. has praised Sami Zayn for his recent work with the Bloodline. Sami Zayn has done his best to align himself with the Bloodline on WWE programming over the past few months. He has spared no effort in bootlicking various members of the group, including their leader, undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. Zayn's efforts have led him to be declared honorary use as he was officially welcomed to the faction. Sami represents the stable regularly on WWE programming, much to the ire of Jey Uso. On a recent edition of his Wrestling with Freddie podcast, Freddie Prinze Jr. praised Sami Zayn. The former WWE writer spoke about Sami's comedic talent and referred to the reaction he receives from the WWE Universe. Prinze Jr. also noted that the cheers that the master strategist gets are a genuine babyface reaction, and that the crowd doesn't want to dislike him. Freddie then noted that Zayn was the only Bloodline member to receive genuine cheers. The only member of the Bloodline that gets cheers is Sami Zayn, no matter how hard the announced team tries to make him a heel, he said. Prinze then criticized the efforts of WWE commentary to turn fans against Zayn on SmackDown, naming Michael Cole specifically. The Tribal Chief last competed on September 24th at a WWE live event in Canada. Reigns defeated AJ Styles to retain his undisputed WWE Universal Championship. However, Sami Zayn and Solo Sikoa competed at a recent live event, tagging against Madcap Moss and Ricochet on October 2nd in Regina, Saskatchewan. Zayn and Sikoa would win the match via pinfall. Jimmy and Jey Uso were last in action on October 1st at a WWE live event in Bismarck, North Dakota. They defended their WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship on the show against Alpha Academy's Otis and Chad Gable. What did you think of Freddie's comments on Sami Zayn? Are you enjoying Sami's Bloodline work? You can share your thoughts in the comments section down below.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing